Yo, what's up, guys?
I didn't do that because I didn't think we were going to have six.
Gary and Tammy here with Crystal Vision Pools. Another pool school video for you. This is a really important one. All of them are, but this one's really important. This is something that Tammy and I have been talking about for a long time, and we finally got one to actually show you. So when you have a cartridge or a DE filter system on your pool, there's insides to the inside of the tank. There's insides inside of the tank that is your filter. That's what filters your water, whether it's a cartridge or it's DE that get the grids that get coated with DE. Here's the problem. We're out here to open up a fresh new pool. We just picked, this is the one last year that had, well, I'll show you. You guys may remember. I had to redo that line. That line was like this. And that fitting there was cracked. So I ended up redoing that line for him. This is that bed and breakfast that we were talking about last year, okay? The company that he had closed this was doing this pool for a long time, and he just wasn't happy. They actually plumbed that in. You see the bottom one's a little crooked. Bottom one's not nearly as bad as the top one. The top one was really bad, and I ended up cracking that fitting right there underneath. And they was out 5 times to try to fix that and couldn't fix it. Couldn't figure out where it was leaking. We were out the first time, not even for that, and I figured out what the problem was. But here's what the problem is right now. So we always tell you that there's companies that will take the insides of your filters. They will take them so that you have to call them back. Well, we got here, we're opening this pool, and I'm going to show you. I popped the top off. There's the top of the filter right there. I just happened to pop it off because I wanted to make sure they cleaned them. These are round cartridges. There's 4 round cartridges that go in here. Here's the problem. You guys see any cartridges in there? There's the manifold that the cartridge, this goes on top of the cartridges. 4 cartridges go in there. There's your manifold. That was inside the tank. It was down in there. So this freaking company took the cartridges. And those cartridges were brand new. Tammy and I put those cartridges in last year because they didn't clean the other ones. So he had them, but we put them in. So here is a prime example as to why we always say, watch the companies you're dealing with. Because I will bet 10 to 1 odds he has no idea that these things are missing. Guys, you got to check these things. Because they know that you don't know. They know you're not going to come down here and check. This is very shady when pool companies do this. Unless you ask them to, that's fine. That's cool. Okay. So there may be a spot. He said to check this one spot up here. But I'm going to tell you right now, this happens a lot. And the pool companies don't tell you that. You also got to check your invoice because they may be charging you for storage and cleaning and you may not know it. Okay? I'm just going to tell you guys right now that this happens a lot. We don't do this. We will tell you if we're going to take them, and the only reason we would take them is either A, they're shot and we're getting you new ones anyway, or B, there's no running water at the house when we go to close the pool. We might have to take them with us to clean them, but we'll bring them back when they're done being cleaned, or when we open the pool, okay? You will know that we are taking your grids or your cartridge filters. We actually had to do that with a regular customer of ours this past season because... What? Okay, but why did they... all right, whatever. Anyway, guys, please make sure you check with these companies. Make sure they're not taking your grids. Tell them not to take that shit. The grids or the filters, the cartridge filters or the grids. Because when they take that, if we don't have them, we're dead in the water. You can't open the pool. I can't run the pool. Especially if it's cartridge. If it's DE, I can put it into recirculate and bypass the filter system and at least have it running. With cartridges, I mean, I could run it, but you're not filtering anything. All right, you're not filtering anything and recirculate on the DE filter either, but you really don't want to do that when you're first opening a pool. You want it filtering. So I'm just letting you guys know this is very, very, very important. Make sure you check your filters. Make sure they're not taking them with you, and make sure you're checking your bill to make sure they're not charging you for storage and cleaning if they take them with them. All right, everybody have a great day. Keep checking back for more pool school videos. There'll be a ton of them coming. We're getting busy as hell, so if you need us, give us a call. All right, have a great day. We'll talk to y'all soon. See you.